Hippolytus of Rome is an early church father who, throughout history, has been largely ignored due to his events regarding his schism from the Roman Church. He was born in Rome in 170 AD and died in Sardinia in 235 AD. He was leader of the Roman Church during the pontificate of Saint Zephyrinus between 199 and 217 AD. Seemingly, Zephyrinus denied to condemn certain doctrines against the Trinity, like modalism, for example. And so Hippolytus, not being afraid of being controversial, called him out on this many times. Hippolytus himself championed the Logos doctrine of the Trinity, which distinguishes the three persons of the Trinity, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, being one God but three separate persons. Hippolytus, not being afraid of being controversial, disagreed with Zephyrinus when he extended absolution to graver sins, such as adultery. Absolution just means forgiveness of sins. So Hippolytus thought that that was not okay because the sins were too grave to be forgiven. His reasoning for this is because he believed the church should be composed exclusively of the just, and so because of his harshness, he was not prime candidate for the Pope. Therefore, the church chose a man named Calixtus for the papacy when Zephyrinus died, and this really annoyed Hippolytus, so he withdrew from the Roman community. He was a leader of a dissident group that opposed the Roman Church, in particular Saint Urban I and Saint Pontian. And as a young man, Saint Origen heard Hippolytus of Rome preaching, so there's an element of apostolic succession there. Also, Hippolytus was taught by Irenaeus of Lyon, so that's just another element of apostolic succession. So getting on to Hippolytus' writings now. His most important work is considered to be a work called Philosophomena, which is part of a larger work called The Refutation of All Heresies. Essentially, the book shows that all Christian heresies can be traced back to false pagan philosophies. Books 4 to 10 of his work Philosophomena were found only in 1842 in an Armenian monastery at the Greek Orthodox monastic republic of Mount Athos. So this is probably another reason why Hippolytus has essentially been forgotten for a long period of time, because his works were just not known until quite recently. Also, he wrote mostly in Greek, which was said to be in a mostly controversial tone. He clearly wasn't scared to upset anybody. One of his books, titled Apostolic Traditions, Book 2, reads, "When he has made bishop, all salute him with the sign of peace. The deacon shall then bring his offering to him, and he, imposing his hands on it, along with all the presbytery, shall give thanks, saying, The Lord be with you. And all shall respond, and with your spirit, hearts aloft. All reply, We lift them up to the Lord. Let us give thanks to the Lord. And all reply, It is right and just." This is said nowadays in many Catholic churches, so we can see that Hippolytus did definitely have some significance on church history and tradition. Hippolytus was recorded to have died in 235 AD. He was exiled to the mines of Sardinia under the Roman Emperor Maximinus, along with Saint Pontian, who Hippolytus formerly talked out against. In exile, he reconciled with Pontian and ordered his supporters to unite again with the Roman Church. So, despite his schism, he still united with the Roman Church in the end. Hippolytus and Saint Pontian resigned to allow for a successor who was named Saint Antipope to become Pope and essentially to end the schism. Now, some tradition says that Saint Hippolytus was dragged to death by horses, but it's more likely that he just died doing hard labour in the mines. After their deaths, Pope Saint Fabian, who reigned from 236 to 250 AD, had their bodies brought back to Rome for burial.